Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to change it up just a little bit. We are going to be taking in some questions from our clients and students, and we are going to be airing some of the most frequently asked questions. Welcome to the Impact Driven Entrepreneur, the place to turn your knowledge and skills into $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 packages that create a sustainable business that makes over six figures, all without having to keep up with the latest social media trends or having to sacrifice time with your family. This is for you if you're a professional who wants to help people with your services and you're ready to kill it in your coaching practice. Let's get into today's episode. How do you overcome fear when you are just getting started or you are doing a rebrand, up-leveling, or making a big shift in your business?
What do you do to overcome the nerves? I have nerves right now. I have a case of nerves because I'm starting from scratch. I have no program. I have nothing. So Mariana's going to teach me everything.
Totally a lie. That's totally a lie.
Penny, it's okay.
It's okay.
Remember, it's okay. Penny, it's okay.
It's okay.
Oh,
Okay, so here's why that's totally a lie. Your brain is telling you you're brand new, you don't know anything, blah, blah, blah. You own a very successful company already. And I think that's the shift. And this happened, and you have a successful career in corporate. So I think whenever we're doing something new, we think it's brand new and we don't know anything. But the reality is you come with your backpack filled with all of your experience from corporate, all of your experience from your other job, from your other business. It's a lie your brain tells you to feel scared. But the reality is you bring good stuff to the table. You know what you're doing. And yeah, it's a new industry.
yes.
But that's it.
All right.
You still bring all your amazing, number one, work ethic, which I know you have. You have your experience, your talents. You've done a lot already. You've done stuff online, right? You've done it. It's just, okay, let's take the skill set you have and apply it to the new thing. That's it.
Okay. I'm going to put it in that space. Okay. Thank you. Because obviously, oh my God. Because I guess when I started the e-commerce, I did it without, it was self-learning. So I taught my own way, taught myself everything. So now to do, and it didn't always feel good. You know what I mean? So I think that to me is my brain referencing back to, remember how this was. Come on, girl. Like, really?
Right. Like thinking it's going to be that hard again. Is that what you mean? Yeah.
I think that's what it is. I think that even though I know I'm going to knock it out, I think that I still have that little undercurrent, but that undercurrent of, oh my God, it hurt so bad the first time.
Yeah. It's like birthing a baby, but it's, yeah. But also you didn't have the skills you have now though.
True.
That's the thing. Like,
that's true.
You were learning still, like, didn't you do your own website? I think you told me or something. Yeah. Like, and now this time it's okay. I know I even know how I might even do that if I had to.
Yeah.
Right?
Like now I wouldn't do that. No.
Not a big deal. And you wouldn't even have to do it even if you had to do it. There's Fiverr now, right? Like it's different. It's a different ballgame.
But we won't talk about Fiverr either.
No, we won't. But I think it's really just remembering, and this goes for anything, right? Whether you're doing like new launch, new whatever, new anything, you didn't have the skill set you have. Now you're stronger.
Okay.
That's the main one.
I'm going to go with that.
Yes, I call that entrepreneurial amnesia. You're right.
See if I can find the podcast.
Yes, I have a podcast on it.
How do I engage my audience? This is such a common question that coaches have for us. I hope that you enjoy this answer.
I guess my question is, what is the best strategy? Like I'm thinking I haven't really utilized Pinterest. It's too late for Pinterest. Never mind. I've never really utilized my Instagram. I usually focus on Facebook and my email are the two that I normally focus on. But I'm thinking about adding YouTube. And also, since I've been
I thought you launched your YouTube
You already
channel.
have
I did.
YouTube.
I have YouTube. But what I mean is like promoting the workshop on there as part of my content, which would make sense.
Okay, so my only thing about the YouTube, is the workshop going to be evergreen, or if they come, because they might come to the video in 2 years, is that going to be available?
I'd like to think so, but it probably won't be in the same context. So no, because it's eventually going to
then don't.
slot. Yeah. Okay,
Don't.
good.
That's a wasted opportunity.
Okay.
So no to YouTube. Okay, my question is, okay, and this has been something that I feel like I've coached you on several times, and that is why the need to do a new platform when you've already been doing Facebook? What's not working on Facebook for you?
I think it's just the trying to engage, and this is one of the things that I have that is part of my sales process problem that I've been diving into. And I think I'm not engaging enough with my audience on a personal level, in the sense that I've been reaching out to them like through messaging and through emails and things like that. But I'm finding that like in Facebook, when I reach out to them outside the group, it's like they don't even know who I am. It's like
Perfect. So
and
now you know where some issues are.
yeah. So that's the first thing that I'm addressing. So that's the first thing that I recognize. The next thing is just that I don't think I have the numbers and all of my ideal audience, because my original group is basically a mishmash of a whole bunch of authors, and I pull or different genres and different types of authors. So they're not all my ideal audience. I still pitch in there and all of that, but then on my page, I find that I'm really not getting any engagement when I post on there.
Okay. So hold on.
Sure.
I'm going to start solving some of these before we keep going.
Okay.
Okay. First is first.
Okay.
One, like, yes, engagement is a thing, but I think you have always prioritized engagement more than I think it deserves and weight.
Okay.
I think we've talked about engagement several times, and I've even coached you on the fact that somebody doesn't need to be engaged. And then you had a client who actually bought from you who had never heard of you before and had never engaged with you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So I think like this whole engagement idea is a limiting belief that you are holding. Okay. So I think we need to work on that mindset piece. But let's talk about tactical things. The first thing is, let's look at author groups. Are you in any like author groups?
Author, no. Writing groups, yes.
Okay, I don't know what you call them. Okay,
Yeah.
so like,
There you go.
educate me
Yeah.
on your mark.
No, that's fine. Yeah, but I see there's one
Writing
author.
nonfiction, right?
No, fiction.
Oh, fiction.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. To educate me completely, because I have no idea. What I can show you is sales. Okay. Like how to do
No,
this,
and that's
okay?
exactly what I need. Yeah.
And business. I don't, yeah. Okay, so let's go to groups.
Mhm.
Writers of nonfiction. So I would join all these groups.
Okay.
Memoir, nonfiction. Okay, so like just join all the groups that have your ideal clients. Okay, because there's 4 ways to grow an audience. We're going to repeat this again. There's other people's audience. There's grassroots there. And so that's basically word of mouth, right? Like your one client told one friend. That's very slow. And then there's, what else? There's search, and then there's paid ads. Okay, we're not going to do paid ads at this phase for you right now, but what we can do is other people's audience, which on Facebook looks like Facebook groups.
Yeah, and I have actually been doing that. And I've gotten a few people from into groups and things like that, into my group from things like that. Yeah, so I have done that.
Okay, but having done it once is not enough.
No, sorry, I do that once a week. Sorry, I should have said
okay.
that. But I
Okay.
liked your idea about the 3-word search on the group description. So I'm
Yes, your
work on
group
that.
yes.
And one of the other things, because I listened to your podcast the other day about how to re-engage your Facebook group. So
Mhm.
I'm working that into sort of the campaign to promote the workshop as well too.
Yes.
So
Okay. And then again, so like I'll just share with you what my team does to
Okay.
show you. It's every single time you are working in the field section, you have to 10x whatever you're doing. So where are we with the field section? I think we're like over here somewhere. Okay. So other people's audience is a strategy under fuel. What does that mean? You need 10 times as much,
okay.
at least, of what you're doing. So what my team does is so we have a list, a spreadsheet with, we call it Dream 100. It is based off of the philosophy that Russell Brunson teaches from somebody else, which I don't know who it is, but basically Russell Brunson said one time, and I just did exactly what he said, is he said you need to have put together a list of people that have 1 million people reach on it, and you need to circle through that audience every single week. So that's what we do for Dream 100. Okay. So basically what we do is we joined Facebook groups to total in 1 million reach. And my team goes through and they hand deliver to me, because I can't do shit. I have to have it hand delivered on a plate for me. And so they'll give me like, okay, this is a post that, and so they have specific keywords that they're searching within that group. Because if I was to go in the group, you guys, my squirrel brain would start looking at all the posts in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they hand deliver to me. They have certain terms that we're Googling or like searching within the group, and they find recent posts and they put them onto a spreadsheet for me. And they're doing, what's the number, Corey? It's like 23.
4 times 4, 16. No more than 16 a day.
16 per day. And we just circle through those groups with the total 1 million audience reach. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what we're doing.
It's
So
tedious, but it's worth it.
It is worth it 100%. I'm getting like daily friend requests that I can't even keep up with from it. People are like coming into our audience and engaging on our content after seeing me be very helpful over there. And I just answer questions in a super helpful and present way. I just try to get super present as though like they're a client, and I answer their question. What I do with that is those a lot of times will become the daily blog posts we're publishing or other content that we're creating. So I don't waste my time there. I want you to hear that again.
Right.
It is not for the purpose of that one interaction. I amplify all of it. So I'm publishing it on newsletter, on blog. I'm not doing it. Jody's doing everything. But like we're amplifying all of that work. And then in addition to that, I'm looking through that list and that conversation and seeing, are they a lead and who else on this thread is a lead? And I just do a general scope out, and then Angel does all the pre-qualifying. So that's our process for Facebook, like attracting new people in.
Okay.
And if you have a VA on your team who also goes into the Facebook groups and they are qualified enough in your system to go comment on posts, because I do it too, and I have friend requests up the wazoo right now that I'm not looking at because no, I don't want to talk to you people.
Yeah, I'm still working on a VA. I've got 18 new candidates that I've got to go through screening.
Perfect.
Yeah, but that's on the list, not necessarily commenting, but compiling. Once I compile a list and have her go and see if there would be candidates and just other things like that as well too. So
yeah, so that's our Dream 100 strategy. So what I'm saying is, yes, you've commented on some groups. It needs to be like at least 5 days a week, if not 3. Okay. And the volume needs to go up. And the intentionality, you're going to give an intentional answer. You're going to make it into a post. You're going to lead generate from that post. all of that needs to come into play. And I don't care if you do 3 instead of 1 per week. So how many were you doing on the one day?
I have 5 groups that I focus in, that I go in, and I didn't think about the search. So that's awesome. That will save me so much time and searching for the content, so that I can just focus on specific questions and specific contents, because they talk about everything and anything.
So you want to think like stock writing or writer's block, or all the ways that they could say things that like deal with what you do.
Exactly. Yeah. But, and then I like what you said about taking the next step, because what I need to do then is start compiling a list of, which was on my wish list, but I need to start doing that myself, is the list of people that respond that could be possible candidates, and go and checking out their profile. Because I do that, but it's only like maybe 5 people at a time each time I go through. And it's just really, and sometimes they're just not qualified because they're nonfiction and not fiction. So it's just a lot of, and it does take a lot of time. But I guess for me, when I talk about engaging, I'm trying to get people to or comment on the post, so that I know that these are a good candidate for me to reach out to, get on the sales calls and to engage in. So that's been my aim. And even in the group,
because you're waiting for people. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not the mentality. The mentality is you gotta go get them.
Yeah. Because my Facebook group has come to a screeching halt as far as increasing in numbers. I'm not getting invites for people to join up like they used to. And I was like, what the flip?
And what are you doing for promotion though?
That was, thank you. That is the question that I had, is like, how do you promote your page? Because I used to do a Facebook
Promote
Live.
your group, not your page.
Sorry, thank you, my group. How do I promote my group, like on my page? Do I say, hey, come join? Because I usually do it when I usually do it when I do a video, but I haven't been doing videos on my page anymore. I've been doing it in YouTube.
How often do you update the header on your Facebook profile? Because you can have that as your author, your URL in your Facebook profile.
Yeah, that's all there. But I guess my thing is that, how do you create a post to invite? Do you do that? Can you do a post rather than your header? Okay. Yeah.
It's going to be the same as how do I raise my price? Add zeros. You open up Facebook and you say, join my group. Here's why.
Okay.
Like anytime you're selling anything and you're selling something, you're selling them to go to the group. Okay. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You need to say, you're here, Misery Island.
Right.
You want to be here, Desire Island. My group can help you. So what is the promise of your group? What is, like, how is your group the vehicle? Is it giving them a community of support? Is it like, what is it? What is the promise of your group?
Okay. Yeah, I need to work on that. It's basically, initially it provides you with support. I do monthly trainings, and then also free resources, but it's a support and engagement with and connection with other like-minded writers. So I need to nail that down. But
what are you doing too for the CTAs on your YouTube videos?
I have going to my store, joining the Facebook group is on there as well too, and I have a bunch of stuff on there.
I would challenge you then to do at least one video dedicated solely to your Facebook group and talk about, just like Mariana was saying, how it is,
what's the benefit,
what the benefits are, and like I said, just have it solely be about the Facebook group, or make it like a teaser video of, if you enjoyed this training, come join the Facebook group, because next week or blah, 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 we're going to go deeper on this topic.
That's a good idea. I like that, because I was going to use that to promote the workshop, as in I'm doing training around content, and I was going to a way to get them in the group. So that's perfect. Thank you for that.
Right now, the doors to the Impact Driven Coach School are open, and we want to invite you to come into our program, get coached, have the opportunity to have your questions personally answered, any time that they're coming up in your business and up level your business so that you can take your business to 6 figures and beyond. Go to impactdrivenentrepreneur.com/start. Where can I find leads if I don't have a Facebook group?
So where do I find these people? I know I do not have a Facebook group. And so I was thinking that I would like to build a group, go through my Facebook contacts and identify people who I think would be good fits for
And
this
invite
program.
them
And
to a
invite
group.
them into a Facebook group
That's fine.
and start from there.
However, so the question, where do I find these people, is a little off. I want you to ask, how can I attract these people? So when you introduced yourself, you said, I don't want to talk about weight loss. I want to talk about holistic something, right? So that's going to attract a different type of person than weight loss. And you have to be okay with that. And going back to the content inside the program, going through how you find them is through the market research process, which is all in there. So you got to go watch the next lesson and the next lesson and do what it says. Okay. But
Okay.
I want you to focus more on how do I attract these people? And yes, how do I find them? Let's find the good fits in our Facebook list, but don't get sidetracked with the Facebook group, because that's focused on tools, which is your group. I want you to be focused on, how do I build a system that attracts these people in? And how do I build a system to nurture those relationships and build a habit for myself of selling? That's where your focus is going to be. And that all comes from, in the program, it tells you what to do. Okay. But the Facebook group, I would not go do all that right now, because that's a whole, it's way more, every single thing in online marketing is 20 times more complicated than what it looks on the outside. Building a simple opt-in, it is 20 million times more complicated than what that little form looks like on the outside, and you send them the free gift. Okay. So I want you to focus on relationship building and habits for yourself more than tools.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you can get notified of future episodes designed to help you increase your income and grow your 6-figure coaching business. Click the subscribe and the bell so you never miss an episode.